Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. You know how we love to get into the nitty-gritty of things? And today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of your immune system.
It's true.
We're looking at this piece called How Your Immune System Really Works. And it is jam-packed with good stuff. I'm telling you.
It really is fascinating stuff. The immune system is so complex,
Oh, I know.
but this piece does a really great job of breaking it all down, and it does it in a way that's both easy to understand and engaging at the same time.
I know it's not every day we get to think about our body as like this bustling city, right? Under constant threat from these invaders.
Exactly right.
And speaking of invaders, this source does not hold back.
No.
It introduces us to all these bacteria and viruses, like unwelcome guests always trying to make our bodies their home.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, isn't it? It's interesting because just like any well-defended city, our bodies have these multiple layers of security in place.
Oh, that's a good point.
Think of your skin like the city wall, yeah,
Okay.
providing that initial barrier.
Right.
And the source calls it the skin squad.
I love that.
I kind of love that too.
The skin squat. Okay, that's catchy.
Yeah,
But it makes sense.
it really does.
Our skin is the first line of defense, right?
Absolutely it is, yeah. It's our own personal force field. It prevents most of these pathogens from ever getting through.
Right.
But it's not just about physically blocking them either. Our skin actually has a slightly acidic pH level.
Right.
And that creates a really hostile environment for a lot of these microorganisms.
So it's like having a moat around the city wall, just for good measure.
Exactly.
Oh.
But let's not forget about the mucous membranes.
Oh, right.
They might not sound as glamorous as the city wall,
Sure.
but they are absolutely crucial. The source calls them the mucus maniacs.
Mucus maniacs.
Which I think is pretty funny. But anyway,
Yeah, I like it.
they're really good at what they do.
So tell us, what do they do? Why are they so important, these mucus maniacs?
Well, think of them as the city's kind of like internal security checkpoints, right?
Okay.
Lining your respiratory and your digestive systems,
Yeah.
these membranes, they produce mucus,
Right.
which acts like a sticky trap. And that captures those pesky germs before they can even really cause any problems.
It's like flypaper, but for bacteria and viruses.
Exactly.
I love it. And then, the source even mentions how just touching something like a doorknob
Mm-hmm.
and then touching your face, it's like giving those invaders a free pass right past our defenses.
It's so true. We're constantly bombarded with all these potential pathogens in our daily lives, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes all it takes is one unguarded moment, touching your eyes, your nose, or your mouth. And boom, you've given those invaders an open invitation.
That's a scary thought.
It is, isn't it? This is where our city's real protectors come into play, those white blood cells.
Oh, yeah.
The white blood cell warriors.
They're awesome.
That's what the source calls them. And with good reason.
I like it. The white blood cell warriors, always ready to defend the city from those microscopic troublemakers.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us more. What are they like, these warriors?
Well, they're not just one type of cell. It's actually a whole diverse force with all these different specialties.
Oh, wow.
Some of them like neutrophils, they're like the first responders, right?
Okay.
They rush to the scene and they just engulf the invaders directly.
Uh,
Others, like macrophages, they're more like the cleanup crew. They remove cellular debris and pathogens.
so it's a real team effort with all these different types of white blood cells working together.
I like how you put a real team effort to keep the city safe.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then it gets even more specialized. The source even talks about T cells and B cells.
Okay.
And these are like the special forces of the immune system.
Now, those sound intense. What makes them so special?
Yeah, so T cells are incredible because they can directly target and eliminate cells that have been infected by viruses.
Oh,
Imagine them as like elite assassins
okay.
trained to identify and neutralize any threats from within.
So they're like, sorry, infected cell, but we can't let you compromise the whole city. Wow, that's pretty cool. And what about the B cells? What's their, weapon of choice?
Okay, so B cells, they are all about the antibodies.
Oh, right. Antibodies.
Yeah, you remember those heat-seeking missiles the source was talking about?
Yes.
Antibodies are like those missiles, right? They're designed to lock onto specific invaders and then mark them for destruction.
Oh, that's really cool. So we've got our first line of defense with the skin squad and the mucus maniacs. Then we've got these specialized forces, the white blood cells, the T cells, the B cells, ready to neutralize any threats that make it through those first lines of defense. But what happens after a battle is won? Does the immune system just forget all about it?
Well, that's one of the most fascinating aspects of all of this. It's immune memory.
The immune memory.
Once your body has successfully fought off a specific invader, it keeps a record of that victory.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, kind of like a most wanted poster, as the source puts it.
So the next time that same invader tries to, like, sneak into the city, the immune system is ready to shut it down before it can even cause any trouble. It's like having a security system that learns from its past encounters.
Exactly. And that's actually a lot like how vaccines work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they introduce like a weakened or a harmless version of a virus to the city, and that gives the immune system a chance to create those most wanted posters, but without anyone actually getting sick.
Oh, that's cool. So vaccines are like giving our immune systems a training exercise,
Yeah, like a little boot camp.
preparing them for the real deal. That's incredible. But, the source also mentions that our immune systems aren't invincible.
Oh no.
And in fact, it calls stress one of the immune system's biggest enemies.
It's very true. Remember our city analogy?
Yeah.
Imagine stress as this massive traffic jam, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's just clogging up the streets, and it's preventing all those white blood cell warriors from getting to where they need to be quickly and efficiently.
So all those times I felt like stress was slowing me down, it was actually impacting my immune system too.
Yeah, exactly. When we're chronically stressed, our bodies release hormones like cortisol, and that unfortunately can suppress immune function,
Oh, no.
which in turn makes us way more susceptible to infections.
So finding healthy ways to manage stress. It's not just about feeling better, it's about supporting our immune systems too.
I think that's a really good point.
What about those other things the source mentioned, like food and sleep?
Those are crucial, really important.
Yeah.
Think of healthy food as like providing your city. With all the essential building blocks and nutrients it needs to stay strong, right?
Okay.
A diet rich in fruits and vegetables, lean protein, that gives your immune cells all the energy and resources they need to function at their best.
So a balanced diet is like making sure all the citizens of our city are well fed and healthy.
Exactly.
Gotcha. And what about sleep?
Sleep is so important.
Okay.
That's like giving the entire city a chance to rest and repair
Right.
and recharge after a long day.
Right.
During sleep, our bodies, they produce and release all these important immune cells and proteins.
Oh, wow.
So getting enough sleep consistently is absolutely essential for a strong immune response.
Wow. So much is happening behind the scenes to keep us healthy, even when we're fast asleep.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it?
It really is. What an incredible system.
It really is. And you know what the most exciting part is?
What?
Our understanding of the immune system is constantly evolving.
That's true. It makes you wonder what breakthroughs are just around the corner.
Exactly. Who knows what the future holds for how we understand and influence our own immune systems. But I think until then, it's safe to say, we can all appreciate the remarkable work our internal defense systems do every day, often without us even realizing it.
Absolutely. So to all you listeners out there, remember to thank your Skin Squad, your mucus maniacs, and your amazing white blood cell warriors for keeping you healthy. And remember supporting your immune system with healthy habits. It's one of the best things you can do for your overall well-being. Until next time on The Deep Dive, keep exploring, keep learning, and take good care of yourselves.